Wild holidays. There was a small village near Kukru Kamla in the middle of a forest in Madhya Pradesh. There was a small wooden house where an old woman used to live alone. Her granddaughter came to visit her during the holidays. Her granddaughter's name was Maithili. Maithili was a very jolly and kind hearted girl. She loved to explore places. On the first day, her grandmother instructed her not to go outside at night because there were many wild animals around the forest. Maithili enjoyed spending time with her grandmother a lot, eating lots of delicious food and playing outside throughout the day. One night, before going to bed, she asked her grandmother why she was not allowed to go out at night. Her grandmother told her it was because of dangerous animals in the wild forest. Maithili wondered, "Are they not dangerous at daytime?" Her grandmother replied, "They are, but they sleep during the day and are active at night." And with this answer, she instructed her to go to bed. She kissed Maithili good night and told her to sleep well. While little Maithili was lying in bed, she looked outside the window. She noticed a nearby cottonwood tree where there was an owl. It was the first time she had seen an owl, and she was amazed. Out of curiosity, she went out near the tree. She went to the owl and looked in its eyes. She said, "Owl?" "Mr. Owl," replied the owl. She was shocked and asked, "You can speak?" "No, it's just you who can understand me," replied the owl. She asked, "What are you doing here in this tree? It's late. My grandmother told me it's not safe to be out at night. If you want, you can come and rest at my place." The owl laughed and said, "I belong to this place. This is my home." "Why didn't you sleep during the day? My grandma told me that many animals are active at night and rest during the day." The owl looked sad. "What happened?" asked Maithili. The owl replied, "For the past 2 days, some humans have been trying to find me every night. They come with a gun to try to kill me. I don't know why. Maybe it's a sport for them. Maybe they're superstitious. A week ago, they even killed my neighbor. They say we are symbols of bad luck." "Where is your family?" asked Maithili. "Oh, I'm protecting them. They're inside the tree. I love them, so I don't want them to get hurt. Now go inside your house. It's late." He asked Maithili to keep their meeting a secret, and Maithili promised that she would. She went back home and lay in bed while watching the old cottonwood tree, and she decided to save the owl and his family. She came up with a master plan. The next morning, she told her grandmother, "Grandma, you said animals are dangerous to humans, but I think humans are just as dangerous to animals." "Why do you say that?" asked her grandmother. Maithili made up a story and told her grandmother that the previous night, from her window, she saw some men carrying guns and she saw them kill some wild birds. She asked her grandmother if they could do anything for the wild birds. Her grandmother smiled and asked her why she wanted to save those birds. Maithili said she wanted to save the forest and all its wonderful creatures. Grandmother told her that they could call the forest department and tell them to catch the illegal hunters. A guard from the forest department later came to their house and asked Maithili for more details. She told them the same story and asked them to catch the hunters that night. At night, Maithili kept peeking from the window, and the moment the hunters arrived with a gun near the cottonwood tree, the guard rushed to them and asked them what they were doing. The two hunters were shocked, and sweat rolled down their foreheads. One of the hunters lied and said that a giant owl had attacked them the previous day, so they carried guns to protect themselves. The guard said, "No animal, whether an owl, wild bird, or any animal, will never hurt you unless you hurt them first or you frighten them. You roam in the forest, hunt animals and birds, smuggle and destroy your own forest and nature. According to the Wildlife Protection Act, it is illegal to catch, keep, kill, or sell wild birds." The hunter sank to the ground crying, "We're sorry, we realize our mistake. Please don't send us to jail. We'll accept any punishment. We'll do whatever you say. Please just don't send us to jail." Maithili thought a little and said, "Mr. Guard, please don't send them to jail. After a week, another man will come with a gun to kill these animals. I want them to educate their community to not hunt animals or birds. They should explain how to make harmony between animals and humans. If you will not harm nature, nature will never harm you. Mr. Guard, can you hire these men to take care of this forest?" The guard replied, "Oh, little girl, yes, I would love to take on this responsibility." The hunters apologized, and the guard thanked grandmother and Maithili and assured them that he will continue to take care of the forest. Maithili and grandmother went inside the house, and little Maithili was so happy she peeked out once again and looked at the old cottonwood tree and fell asleep peacefully.